Greetings everyone. Welcome to the introductory lecture for the course IE 306 Supply Chain and Logistics Management, which is offered as an elective course for the 7th semester BTech Mechanical Engineering students under the KTU 2016 regulations. I am Matthew Baby, Assistant Professor with the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology. In this introductory lecture, I would like to introduce the basic course structure, the expected course outcomes at the end of this particular course, and the preferred reading materials. The entire course is divided into 6 modules, each module dealing with specific topics that are of relevance to supply chain. In the very first module, module number 1, we would look into the basic general features of a supply chain. We would see how a supply chain is structured, what are the various decision phases in a supply chain, what are the general performance drivers, measures and matrices used to quantify the performance of supply chains, and we'll also talk about how to achieve strategic fit and the basic obstacles in doing so. In module number 2, we would deal with planning of demand and supply. Here we would look at various forecasting techniques for supply chains, and we'll also have special discussions on seasonal forecasting models. How do we take into account the seasonal nature of demand and forecast for seasonal demands? So we'll talk about seasonal forecasting models, and we'll also discuss the various measures of forecast errors. In module number 3, we will talk about planning of supply chains. Here we will discuss aggregate planning, the general aggregate planning strategies and models with relevant quantitative examples. And then in this module, we will move on to the network design. Supply chains are generally networks, so we'll talk about how to design supply chain networks. Okay, and also we'll see how do we go about selecting locations for supply chain elements, okay, and the corresponding layouts. So the second part of module number 3 deals with network design, specifically in uncertain environments, and facility location and layout decisions. In module number 4, we would deal with the inventory systems associated with supply chains. So we'll talk about multi-echelon inventory systems and inventory planning. We'll talk about how to estimate the cycle inventory. We discuss discounting models, multi-item inventory models. We'll see how to determine safety stock or safety inventory. We'll talk about impact of supply uncertainty on inventory systems. And in general, we'll deal with multi-echelon inventory models and their relevant quantitative examples. We'll also discuss an effect called the bullwhip effect in this particular module. Module number 5 and 6, they deal with the logistics aspects of supply chains. Module number 5 basically deals with logistics management, the 3PL and the 4PL systems, and the design options for transportation networks. How do we design transportation network? What are the options available to us? We'll also discuss the routing, scheduling, and sequencing in transportation, and we'll talk about vehicle routing problems with relevant quantitative examples. In module 6, we would discuss certain advanced concepts in logistics management, specifically reverse logistics and closed loop cycle chains, and advanced decision models, logistics decision models like bin packing problems, fixed charge problems, knapsack problems, and multi-stage transportation problems. So with these 6 modules, the entirety of the basics of supply chain and logistics management has been covered. In the very first 2 modules, we'll talk about how supply chains are designed, what are the basis for supply chain design. In modules number 3 and 4, we'll talk about supply chain planning. Okay, specifically in module 3, we'll talk about aggregate planning, and in module 4, we'll specifically deal with inventory systems, and in module 5 and 6, we'll be dealing with logistics support or logistics management as a part of supply chain. Now, the course outcomes expected at the end of this particular course, they are divided into 3 course outcomes. The first course outcome expected is the ability to understand and use the structures of supply chains, the various decision phases, the various measures and tools used to measure the performance of supply chains. That is the very first course outcome expected. The second course outcome expectation is the ability to understand and apply strategic, tactical, and operation decision tools of supply chains. And the third course outcome is the ability to understand and apply the knowledge of logistics management and related advanced tools and techniques. So in general, this course will enable you to understand the basics of supply chain, its planning, its operation, okay, and you should be able to use these understandings of structures, of decision tools and techniques to be able to apply these understandings to any relevant problems that might come up in your academic or professional careers. Now, the preferred reading material or textbooks, these are the 2 textbooks that I generally prefer. The first one is a Supply Chain Management, Strategy, Planning and Operations, published by Pearson Education and authored by Sunil Chopra and Peyton Mingle. Now, this is the textbook that I refer to majorly throughout the entire course. Most of the examples that I will be dealing with and most of the case studies that we'll be discussing will be from this particular textbook. So the Amazon link to this particular book is also given for your reference. Now, this particular book can be brought in hardbound copies or e-copies as a Kindle edition. The second textbook that is prescribed is a quantitative model in operations and supply chain management, published by Prentice Hall India, and it is authored by G. Srinivasan. So as I told you, the first textbook is the one that I majorly use for the lectures that I'll be preparing for this particular course. So there are other reference materials also listed out in the syllabus of this particular course. You may refer to those for further reading. Thank you.